It is far too common that when somebody buys a new gun, they regret it shortly after. They have a little honeymoon period, and then they go, oh, I wish I'd bought a 32 if they bought a 30, or vice versa, because they come across a target or a shoot day where they feel like they need something different. Well, this gun is the answer. This is the Browning B725 725 Grade 5 combination. So first things first, the name is uninspiring. On the gun, however, all it says is limited edition. So if you like it, you can say you own a 725 limited edition. The engraving is limited edition, and the fact that it comes with 2 barrel sets. So first things first, this gun is £6,000. To buy the gun similarly with 1 barrel would be about £5,100. So it's less than £1,000 to get a barrel and fore end, which would cost a lot more than if you were to then compose this gun. But why would you want 2 barrels? So let's first look at the barrels to see the difference. This is the game set of barrels. They are 30 inches in length, solid 6mm top rib, solid mid rib, and tulip fore end, multi-choked. And this is the sporting set of barrels. Beaver tail fore end, vented top and mid rib, tapered top rib, 32 inches in length with multi-chokes. What you've got here in this action and stock is the ability to have 2 very different guns in one action body trigger group setup that you could get fitted and perfect for you. You're out with your 30-inch gun and you feel like, we're going on a high drive, let's take this, we're going to shoot some ducks, let's take the heavy barrels. Or I'm out shooting sporting clays, I fancy a round of skeet, or I'm not feeling it today. We've all had those days where 32-inch barrel suits us most of the time. Maybe worse for wear, you go and pick up a lighter set of barrels because you just feel like you could be shooting better with those. The possibilities really are endless, which is quite nice. Especially on shoots, game shoots, where there's a lot of variety. It's kind of handy to be able to go, this is definitely a 32-inch drive. However, you get placed in a little creaky woodland where there's a few woodcock going to flit over, but not much else. It's definitely nice to have the extra speed. Just a thought. So, what does it actually look like? What do you get? Well, the stock is a grade 5 Turkish walnut. It's very pleasant. It comes with an Inflex 2 pad on the back, so you can really change the length quite a bit. I believe this is set up as a pro stock, so it has balancing weights as standard, which is quite a nice feature to be able to balance this out. Not that you're particularly going to be changing them between putting the 32-inch and the 30 on, but you could set it up for one or the other, preferably. The gun, being a Browning, is hand checkered, and as with all Brownings, they have a standard minimum of 40 minutes of hand finishing on each, which is not a great deal. But this one definitely has quite a bit more because it has the higher grade stock finish. When I say the higher grade stock finish, the lower grades you can seal up with open grain. These higher grade ones, they actually spend a bit of time filling the grain and giving you a really nice, deep, lustrous finish. Before we go into the action proper, it has a gold adjustable trigger. It is manual safe out the box. It can be converted. Drop points, wood to metal fit is very standard Browning, which is good. The action itself is completely laser engraved. It's one of the few high-end Brownings that is. However, they use a very clever process passing over it 2 or 3 times, doing different techniques that gives you different depths, different textures, and actually a really high quality hand engraved look without the associated price tag that would come with a completely hand engraved gun. This gun competes with some very high-end guns from other makers that look very similar for 2 or 3 times the price. It has this large foliate scroll all over it with a stippled background, nice bordering. It's a very pleasant thing. The engraving goes onto the barrels here and continues onto the fore end. What's nice is that both barrels match up well with the action, not that there is any reason they shouldn't be given modern and current technology. What it is an ode to the quality of gun making that these guys are at. The 32-inch set of barrels, as I've said, have a tapered rib and a beaver tail fore end. Both fore end irons are engraved with the same pattern, which is very nice. The guns are both 3-inch chambered and 18.7 bored, or both barrels are, with jeweled barrel flats. It's nice. It's a really well put together gun. And if anything, actually really goes to show the difference between a 30 and 32 inch gun, or the difference that can make. The weight difference is not extreme. However, the handling difference and the sight plane difference between these two gut barrels clipped to this gun changed this gun from what I would call a sweet lowland gun, you know, a good 30-yard pheasant killer, to a gun that you genuinely feel competent to tackle long-range clays, pheasants, and go out and actually really execute well with. This feels like a competent clay shooting gun, a really nice, a bit of me really, and then you put the smaller barrels on and it just turns into a lively little machine. And I can really see a home for that. If we're going to get technically picky, I wouldn't have minded a rounded forend on here, but it's the style they go with, and a lot of people love it. So there. The action is nitrided, so you get that flat finish. So there's a touch of contrast between the barrel there and the action where the finish is slightly different, but other than that, the metal to metal work is seamless. I am a fan of everything but its name. I can really see a use for a gun like this, actually. If you're going to have one gun, certainly if you would invest and have this stock fitted, if you're not an average size person, one stock, two barrels, it's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? Guys, go and check these out. They are nice, very nice. It's the second year they're going to bring them out as an EWA special, given they were so popular last year, and I think you can see why. She's a beauty. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye. And we'll see you next time.